So the Isle of Man Foodbank is in the news this week, saying they are being inundated with requests for help as people are struggling under the rising cost of living and the general negative and downward direction the island is going right now, and as people are donating less to them. And I think that is absolutely shameful. Not the fact that people are donating less because everyone is struggling under the increased cost of living. No, what I think is shameful is that we actually need a food bank in one of the richest countries on earth. This place is rich. This place is insanely rich. Just look around. Just look at all the rich people living here, all the rich people moving here, all the posh cars, all the huge houses. Yet we need a food bank, and that I think is absolutely shameful. And it is not really the fault of, the people who live here. We all know the Manx people are incredibly generous and always supporting charities, more than I've ever seen anywhere else in the world. No, it's, in my opinion, political failure. Utterly political failure. That this is happening, that political leadership has allowed for the cost of living to get out of control the way it is. Yeah, they're going to say, oh, there's global blah 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 factors and we can't factor in. Well, there's no leadership on this island. There's just 24 people drawing a paycheck, and what are they actually doing? So yeah, it's shameful that we have to have a food bank, but I think it's time to explore more creative solutions to it. Now, politically, we know there's, not much help to be expected from Tinwald. They can't even get the gas prices under control. So, as they are clearly in need of more supplies, let's go to Tesco, load up the car with some supplies, bring it to the food bank, and then I'm going to explain to you why this is more, or why my plan is to do more than just virtue signaling by showing you how I generously fill up my car with shopping and then donate it, because that's what it's probably going to look like right now, right? So let's grab some stuff from Tesco first, and then I will explain to you how it wasn't actually me who went shopping. Right, I need a parking space. So let's go shopping, and then I explain. Okay, here we are. The back seat is filled with food and toiletries, which they also need. A lot of people forget, that it's not just about food at the food bank. A lot of the food you will see there is sort of microwavable and kettle ready meals. And that's because I remember the food bank actually told me in the past that a lot of people only work at home with a kettle and a microwave. Either they don't have a proper cooker, or, and this is the point we're at in the Isle of Man right now, some people are too scared to use their full oven and cooker because of the electricity bill. This is the level we're at in the Isle of Man, this super rich country that our politicians tell us is wonderful. It's shameful. But, so what was my point about all the stuff on my back seat and this not just being virtue signaling? Well, here's the thing. We just spent £111 on this. And I say we because you bought it. All of you. I didn't actually buy this. You bought it. Explanation. My channels, my YouTube and my Facebook are monetized. My main target market and region is the Isle of Man, at least until I get back to Manila. And of course the audience here is rather limited. Now, apart from the odd viral hits and things that, you know, take off, like the boats and stuff, it doesn't generate very much, but it does generate money. Not enough to quit the day job by any means. No Mr. Beast levels or anywhere near there, but it does generate a little bit. And, you know, this month alone, it did generate enough to buy all of this, £111. I'll check my income. It was probably a little more. So you bought this. And my point is that I want to expand on this. I want to, and all you have to do is to help me, by the way, is just watch my stuff. You don't even have to watch the whole video. Facebook, I think, counts a 3-second view as a view. So watch my stuff. The more funds it generates, the more stuff like this we can do. And I'm not just talking about Foodbank supply runs. I've got a whole lot of other ideas that I always wanted to try, but I do need funding. And a lot of the ideas need a lot more funding than 100 quid for a bit of food. But they're all fun. They're all sort of, you know, community and community support aimed. And it would be fun if we explore this more together. I think we need to start thinking more creatively, because we can't wait for the government to save us. That's not going to happen. So fine, if we're going to use the revenue generated from Facebook and YouTube to do things in the community, let's do it. It's free money. Take it. All you lot have to do is watch my stuff. So that's it. That was what I wanted to explain to you. So I'm going to head down, drop all this off at the food bank before it rains, because otherwise my wife is going to shout at me if I flood her car again. And let's see what we can do in future. If you have ideas for stuff, if you want to share the videos so we get more views, so we increase the revenue from it, and then we can do more stuff. That's my point. It wasn't just a virtual thing. It's you and I, we all together working for the good of the Isle of Man, and it's not going to cost us anything because Facebook and YouTube are paying. How awesome is that? See you later.